Hey y'all, we're here for game 2 of this tournament round, the semifinals of Play-Agricola tournament number 11. I'm... You can't hear me. Hello? Testing? Hmm. That's too bad. Hello? Testing? Now... That's too bad. I don't know why, but this is not... my software is not saying that my mic is on, but apparently it's going through the stream, so hopefully it's going through the whole thing. Looking at this first pack, Plowmaker, Constable, Mason, and Butler are the considerations, and probably none of them are coming back unless someone takes Case Builder. Plowmaker is very good in Revised Edition because plows are harder to do. Constable is obviously it's a 4-wood card, and if you know it's in the game, you have power. Mason is just an overall amazing card. We all know it as part of the initial game. The base game gives you extra stone room once you get to 4 stone rooms. And then Butler. If you play this card in round 11 or before, you'll get 4 bonus points if you have more rooms than people. So there's potential for Butler to come back. More likely it's Case Builder, which will give, I don't know, a wood, grain, vegetable, and a food. So the first game, Montu and I tied in second place, and Joshy won. Okay. I'm not sure I've seen this garden designer before. At the start of scoring, you can place food in your empty fields. You get a bonus point for each field with 1 food, and then it takes 3 additional food to get bonus points. That's not too bad. Cooperative Plower lets you have the Plowmaker effect if the grain spot's taken, but that's hard to do. Material Deliveryman just gives some resources when big stacks are taken. Private Teacher, each time you take a grain, when an occupation is taken, you can also play an occupation for a food. That's interesting. Makes it kind of like School Lunch Lady. Kind of. Potato Digger, if you have unplanted fields when you play the card, you get veggies. And then Puppeteer is the same as the original Puppeteer, except you pay the food to the player taking traveling players now instead of the supply. I guess Forest Guardian's not bad either. There's a tax on taking big wood piles, and you get 2 wood immediately. So I should keep in mind that I have the Mason, and on the rebound I'm probably getting the Butler or the Case Builder, and that Constable's in the game. And will probably get played. I'm gonna update my status here. Resource Recycler gives you clay when people renovate to, gives you clay rooms when people renovate to stone. So if someone else goes early reno and I'm in clay, I can use the Resource Recycler to try to get my Mason up and running. It's kind of a fun idea, but I haven't seen any renovation cards yet in the first 2 packs. The occupations do look generally good, though. So Puppeteer is a consideration, even though I'd be giving up Garden Designer, Forest Guardian, Resource Recycler. Here, one of those. I guess if Puppeteer's in the game, then Private Teacher's a bit worse. Private Teacher would let you play it round 1, and then take a grain and play your second ox for a food in round 1 yourself because you're on occupation. I'm a sucker for getting grain with my ox. Yeah, this is basically just a school lunch lady. The ox seemed good, so I think I'm just going to go with it. And then maybe wheel cooperative plower? We'll see if that works at all. It might just completely fail. Okay, so the ox are continuing to be good. Overwinterer is just a fine card. It gives you a green immediately and lets you buy veg for 2 food. Homekeeper lets you hold a 4th person, usually a 4th person, in a renovated house. It's kind of like a farm steward with a couple more requirements. The stable sergeant is really good. You pay 2 extra food and get 1 of each animal. So, I mean, it's a constable saver. I think I have to take it just on that merit. Junior artist lets you jump from day laborer to traveling players or Ock. Not amazing, but saves you 2 food. Or saves you 1 food on an Ock and gets you an additional food with your traveling players. Rope Maker gives you a read at the end of every harvest, which isn't terrible. For each grain you harvest from a field, you can buy a veg for 3 food. Yeah, that just seems worse than Overwinterer. So, Homekeeper and Confidant. Confidant gives you the ability to sow or build fences at the start of a round if you loan your food out. But, I mean, as I said, Stable Sergeant for a Constable, yeah. So, a couple cards here are pretty bad. Catcher is absolutely terrible. Cookery Outfitter's not really good. It only gives you points for your fireplaces and cooking hearths, basically. The Minstrel says if only one of the stage 1 cards is unoccupied, you can use that action. Pretty rare, I would say, that 3 of 4 exactly of sow, fences, major, and sheep are taken. Pretty rare. Coward, is okay. Playseller, I don't think I have a big use for. Wood Harvester, you get a wood or a food in the field phase with accumulation spaces with wood on them. I think by default that's the best card here. Coward's okay, but if I have the Stable Sergeant, that's not really needed. Okay, I do wield Butler here, so someone did take the Case Builder ahead of the Butler. I've never played Case Builder, the one that gave you an extra good of the things you had 2 of already. I mean, I'm sure it's useful in some cases. Sequestrator, you never. Riparian Builder, you're betting on other people doing things, which is always a bad gamble. Mineralogist, you're getting clay or stone when you take stone or clay. Could be worse. Stone Carver makes food. So it looks like my plan for this game is to be big stone house, possibly 6 rooms. Otherwise, I might just have a 5th room and not use it. And my last round could be something like play Mason, take a grain and play Stable Sergeant, and surprise Constable, or earn Constable, surprisingly, by building a last stone room, and yeah, I don't know. I guess Butler would be the surprise, not Mason. Because Butler is useless unless Mason comes out. So I don't really have any early ox, just private teacher before anything else, and then wood harvester. Oh, there's my mic setting. It's all the way down. It's under mic aux 2 instead of mic aux normal in the settings. That's why I can't see. So yes, my mic is definitely working. constable, stone house. Interesting. So 3 of the ones I was considering taking came back. Not bad. I think I'm happy if Puppeteer doesn't get played. It means Private Teacher can trigger more often. I think I have to take Resource Recycler. Just because it would let me build up to 3 clay rooms for free. Or it could be a 0. And then Forest Guardian means that the big wood stacks are taxed. Joshy saying tough choice, Montu agreeing. Yeah, I think I would agree too. I think I've had clear choices, even though they're not fun. I mean, I've had to pass good cards, so in that sense, I've had tough choices. Should I rely on Resource Recycler? I'm going to say no. I'm going to take this Forest Guardian. Joshy had a tough choice with the Stable Sergeant pack. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And he saw that 4th. So I wonder how often this Wood Harvester will fire. Feel like if I get 3 wood and 4 food from it, then that's good enough. Like, it's not good, it's good enough. But I have guaranteed my source of grain, which I think is super important in the revised edition. There's a ton of grain, and you want to be part of the party. I'm excited to stable Sergeant into a Constable game. That's always a fun move, even though Constable is the reduced 3 points. In terms of point ceiling, I'm going for a big stone house. So that's like 25 points of house and people. My butler will hopefully make it 31 if I get 6 stone rooms and 5 people and the butler down. Constable 34, stable sergeant 37. If I somehow get 5 fields, a grain, and a veg, that's 43. We'll see. As we saw last game had so much wood in it. Building a bunch of wood rooms isn't the worst thing that could happen. I just have to check if there's a bunch of wood in the game. And with Forest Guardian on my side, I might be able to just leech food if I have to ignore 6 wood. Last game I took 6 wood. Well, I really angled hard for a bunch of wood, and it didn't help me quite enough. So no one took Homekeeper. which anti-combos with the Butler pretty badly. I guess I take over Winterer? That means I pretty much give up on... it makes me even more committed to a Mason game. But Mason Butler seems to have some kind of synergy. It goes well with the idea that I'm going to stable Sergeant for my Constable instead of farm actively. So I'll take over Winterer. Or do I take Rope Maker because, I might be spending 8 reed. Yeah, I can grab a veg. I'll take Rope Maker. Okay. So, Lettuce Patch. We know that's a great card. Potter Ceramics is a neat little free miner that lets you trade a clay for a grain before you bake. Hand Truck gives you a grain for every accumulation you're on every time you bake. One of my favorites. Situationally, unbelievably strong. Family-friendly home. You can just build rooms to do your growth. Baseboards gives you a bunch of wood if you have a bigger house than people, which I will with this Butler in the end. And LaGrosse Fountain is the sheep well. Ceramics is too weak. LaGrosse doesn't fit my game plan super well. Baseboards will wheel, or somebody will pass it to me. So, Lettuce Patch also doesn't fit my game plan, which is really too bad. So it's either this hand truck or a family-friendly home. By process of elimination. Things... Oh my gosh. These cards are good. These cards are really good. So the chapel, if played, lets you pay a grain to the chapel owner for 3 points. It's just like a wild card action. It can really make the scores go up. The toad is obviously a great miner. It gives you a bunch of read throughout the game. Beer table can be like 12 points. I think I have to take it. Clay supports is obviously amazing, and with the Butler, it's such good synergy. But I didn't guarantee myself early Reno. Like, there's so many bad things that could happen, including letting the person who took family-friendly home get the clay supports. Not good time. Beer table's just too strong. I think. I mean, I'm getting the private teacher stuff. If I just sow some of this private teacher grain, then I should be good. Requires no grain in my supply. I have this hand truck already. Yeah, I have to take it. It's a real shame because, like, clay supports and chapel are both, like, stupid good. Especially if you're in control of them. Or, well, the chapel, I'm okay passing because I should be in a position to, like, hit it a couple rounds if it gets played. So I'm into the grain and rooms game. I should be able to wheel a good miner from that pack. What I'm really worried about is wheeling a good one from my first pack. beer keg does more grain to points. Forestry studies lets you, like, yeah, don't do it. The clay deposit costs 2 food. Each time you use a clay accumulation, you can exchange a clay for a point and place the clay on the. Okay. So it's like a mushroom collector, except you're collecting points instead of food. Interesting card. Could be very good. Granary, of course, gives us grain, and that might be the take here. Value assets lets us buy resources, but I'm not sure how much food we're actually going to have. Store of experiences of passing miner for a resource. Yeah, I think I have to take the granary. If I don't put any grain, if I take all the grain support away from the game, if possible, then the beer keg might fly back around to me or something. Clay deposit, I'm skeptical of its value. But I might be able to beer table the first couple harvests just on private teaching. And then play the granary, get a couple grain in the ground, and then not worry about making a grain per harvest, because that is very inefficient. I don't want to be doing that. I want to be putting some grain into the ground. Which does mean plowing early is very possible. Yeah, very tricky stuff here. So I want to play private teacher early, play beer table, then use private teacher to play wood harvester, rope maker, and or forest guardian, sow a field, build some rooms. Where's my food situation? I don't know. This might be an overambitious draft, which I will tell anyone and everyone. Don't get too ambitious with your game plan. So I should be ready to just accept that it's not all going to work. Figure out what I need to prioritize to make sure my game gets off the ground, which would be feeding and a room. Always that. Almost always. I mean, if you had like 3 beer tables, just pump that beer table all game. But that is not our situation. Oh, and we have that constable to remember about. There's some high interaction in this game. Okay. I think my pick is straw thatched roof. Because my game plan could potentially have a lot of read in it, and this would just counteract all of that. Stockyard's just a good card. It lets you hold 3 animals of a type. It's a point. Hawk Tower's fun situationally. You're getting a stone room in round 12. With the Mason, it's possible that my game plan will take me that way anyway, and then just need 3 stone rooms, but there's no other support for renovation, so it might be giving up too much. Newly plowed field is fun. If you have 3 fields, you can plow a field anywhere. Which also means your future fields can be next to that separate one, I think. So you could have like 2 field arrangements if you mess up your farm or something. Constable Saver. I think the pick here is baseboards, just to get a few wood. Family-friendly home did not come back. The person with clay supports, surely. Who was the first person to see clay supports? It would have been fiscused. So fiscused might have just de-drafted it completely, which would be the right call, assuming he doesn't have clay supports, but he knows it's gone. Joshy or Montu can play the sheep well if they want. So now I want to plow a lot early and mid-game. I don't really need hand truck. And it's too bad because I passed up some good stuff. Well, family-friendly home, I guess. So, you know, I have a good card in my hand. I don't expect to use it. That's okay. Nobody else has it. At least that's how I see drafting. Y'all can disagree. Joshy, if he sees straw thatched roof gone, he might just think nothing of it if he doesn't consider that minor fact to have been strong. Or maybe he thinks someone has field watchman now, so that's fun. So now rope maker is less important if I can get a lot of grain planted. Asparagus knife lets you trade in vegetables that are sown for food and a point. Quarf gives you stone if when anyone takes stone, so that could be useful, and I might have extra reed. Cookery lesson I won't be using, but it could be worth a D-draft here. Well, no, it encourages people to let me activate private teacher. And then stable yard, 3 stables and 3 pastures. You get a food for each complete round left to play. And then you can trade sheep and pig for cow, which doesn't seem too useful. But a point and some food for having things I might have, 3 pastures and 3 stables. I might have that. I haven't gotten much support for 6 stone rooms, but I think I might try to make it happen anyway. And let me take this stable yard just for more ceiling. Quarf is a good idea. It fits in a lot of ways. Stable yard's a bit of a reach. Ah, what the heck. I should also highly consider arrangements where I don't have 5 plowed fields and still get constable. So 3 bigger pastures, fencing 14. Obviously you can have 4 pastures and satisfy stable yard too, but to have 3 stables, that's 6 more wood. Maybe this wood harvester goes off. Hard to say. But I'm going to need a lot of resources to make this game work. Nobody took clay deposit. Kind of interesting. This I can pass for a stone. Seems more useful than taking clay. At least to me. I mean, if I have clay supports, I think that's a snap pick. I might not need granary. And I might not have de-drafted all the grain. It's very possible I didn't at all. So what's kind of fun is that beer table says no grain in your supply, so I could sow a bunch of grain first and then play it, if that's what's best. Fiscused is the starting player. Round 1 is fences. I'm in second seat, the best seat by a small percentage. I was fourth last game. We'll see if that makes a difference. Fiscused starting off with Reedstone Food, which means we're playing this private teacher. So we'll be getting to play Ox when we go on grain. There is a cooperative plower out there. We'll see if I just made things too friendly. Yeah, I'm not so sure if it's that nice, Joshy. It's what actually matters is what round the sow comes out, because I really want to make sure I play this beer table. Joshy going for 3 wood over an Ock. Possibly signaling a start player. Montu will happily take that Ock, I'm sure. And he plays Excavator. When you take Day Laborer, you get a wood clay and a stone if you trade in a food. Okay, so we're going to have all those resources in the game, which, I mean, I'm happy enough with. I want a bunch of stuff in this game. Also means there's no cooperative plower yet, so I should heavily consider taking a grain minus food to play an Ock. Probably just the rope maker for now. Or the Forest Guardian, so I have some wood. Fiscus takes 2 wood, so it's 2 clay or my Ock. I don't want to reveal Wood Harvester just yet. I'm still not convinced I need Rope Maker, even though I could buy a Basket Maker's Workshop, probably. There's a couple Ocks that steal Basket Maker's Workshop, or make it easier to buy, but I think I just do this. Yeah, and just get some wood in my supply. And then I should make sure I plow and sow before playing beer table. So hopefully sow is not fourth. That would suck a lot. It would make my round 4 moves pretty much guaranteed. So then minor beer table, hopefully with start player. Oh boy, Joshy has Shaving Horse. Yeah, this card is strong. Is one of the best miners in the game. Whenever you get wood, you can just immediately get food. I need to be very proactive about taking wood because Joshy is going to be a wood maniac. Yeah, and Montu going for wood, clay, stone food. So we already have a 4 clay grab coming up in this round. Just because we're already flooding with resources. So comes out round 2. I'm very happy to see that. So I could like plow an Ock. Joshy leading off with RSF. Possibly. He might just go for take 3 wood and shave a wood. But he's going to be food rich. Montu going for an Ock. Waterworker. When you fish or use an adjacent space, you get an additional reed. So now day laborers, food, wood, clay, reed, stone. Very nice. We are in Wombo resource land tonight. Not just Wombo woodland as it was last game. I mean, if Montu has the clay supports, he could build like a 15-room house. He has that many resources at his disposal. Here, 3 wood, 4 clay, 2 reed, all good. I mean, I could legitimately plow here. Wait a minute. What if I just do that? Four wood, 2 reed. A 4 clay, 2. Huh. What if I just leave all the resources on the table? I think I'm just going to try it. So if I continue this really stupid plan, I could grain Ock, plow sow as my next 3 moves, then round 4 would be food and start player beer table. And then I would have no resources and 2 grain fields. And I better just sow this now. Yeah, I can't mess with more actions than this. This will let me play beer table and have it for 3 straight harvests. Joshy does get this 4 wood, which is really good. I mean, I'm pretty irresponsible for letting that happen, honestly. So my move first would be to take wood or reedstone food. Oh my god. When you get reed, you get a wood. Did I pass that? Did I see that? Pretty sure. I'm super scared of whatever Montu's doing. Expected 3 wood here. I might have to just take 3 food and bite the bullet if I don't have a good second action. Because now that spot is food, wood, wood, clay, reed, stone for Montu. Holy freaking cow. I mean, the Strawthast roof value just goes way down. There's going to be way enough read in this game. Rope Maker, I don't need to play. If I'm Joshy here, just grab wood, man. You have Shaving Horse. You just gotta grab wood. My saving grace is that I'm like super sure I'm getting a 4 food, even if it's not the fishing that blocks Montu slightly. Oh. And Joshy building an early room, so he might have family-friendly home or childless. Both would be brutal. Both would be brutal. Oh. Man. And I could take another 3 wood here. Basket carrier for fiscused. Jeez. We saw this last game. So. 3 wood, I guess. And then next round, perfect is fishing fishing beer table. Yeah, don't worry about wood harvester. Might be giving up a wood right now, but it's not. Montu starting round 4. I mean, he could take Reedstone Food Wood. He could take 4 food and a reed and a wood. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah, he has to go fishing here, I think. Which actually puts me in a bad spot. It could go 4 food, and that would be terrible for me. I don't even know what I do if that happens. Fiscus might go Cooking Hearth, though. Montu thinking about opening day labor. When it gives you that much stuff, it does mean I get a very necessary 4 food action. Gosh, this game is scary. Fiscus taking traveling players, which is a bit of an inaccuracy unless he knows I'm going to take fishing right behind him. Or maybe he's defending Puppeteer, so I don't know. Yeah, good call by Joshy. There we go. Reedstone Food to read. I need to start player. Joshy's probably taking Reedstone Food or an Ock here. And it is an Ock. It's Constable. Fiscus is going to have an extra wood reed green. Montu, I guess, is building a room. I mean, Fiscus is probably building Cooking Hearth. I'm going to decline Reedstone Food and let Joshy have it? That doesn't seem right. But I need to play my beer table. Man, if round 5 growth comes, I could be in trouble. Depends on if Joshy plays family-friendly home here. But I can't imagine he declines Reed Stone Food with enough excuses to take building resources anyway. So maybe round 5 growth is best situation for me, given that family-friendly home is in the game, and if it is like a round 7 growth game, and Joshy gets it out and running, that could get like super bad. Interestingly, Fisk is taking for clay. I need to get this out. And hopefully that's 12 points. Hopefully I can fill out my farm. If I can build a house and fill out my farm, I should win. This thing is just a stupid point ceiling. A stupid amount of point ceiling. So Joshy is going to gamble that I would take 3 reed ahead of 6 wood, or take 3 wood. I don't know if that counts as a gamble. And it's Reno. Okay, this is getting bad fast. But I might be able to get 6 wood 3 reed. Fiscused did baskets, I think. Yeah, Joshy will defend start player with stockyard. Okay. So he just could grab those sheep right now. If Montu takes 3 reed, then he's the one with clay supports. Oh, dang it. I forgot that Forest Guardian I have out. Whatever. And I would have gotten wood food off Wood Harvester. It will be very interesting what Montu and Fiscus do here. I would really assume a Reno Fireplace or a Reno Supports from Fiscus. He could just take the 3 reed or reed Stone Food first. Montu going day labor without the stone option will still give him food, wood, clay, reed. And now taking the stone option. Probably building a major with his second action. This is stupid. I mean, my Forest Guardian might get paid if just so much wood is in this game. I'm really glad to see Joshy didn't drop Family Friendly Home. Really glad. Here's the Renovate. Oh, and a clay oven? Sure. Right, because you have a grain from the basket carrier. Okay, I'm gonna get my 3 read. Um, I mean, I don't even know what to say. We just have to see what happens. uh, this is relatively far outside the realm of a normal original edition Agricola game, just because there's so much going on in terms of resources. Joshy declining the 3 sheep because he can take 3 wood and 3 food. I'm glad I was aggressive on the wood so far. I think it's a necessary shave because he ends with 7 wood before that. Yeah. Um, and everybody's food situation looks pretty strong, so I can possibly try to bottom feed a lot this game. Montu with a Reedstone food wood available, the wells available, pretty much any improvement he wants is available. I would expect well, but he's going clay. What is happening? What is happening? Ugh. Good to have those 12 points more or less locked in, I guess. Fiscused could just play clay supports on major minor. He could if he has something, he could take 2 clay and build a room ahead of me. And that looks like what he's doing. So did Montu end with clay supports? What the heck? Family growth comes 6. So I'm going to be growing in 9 if things proceed normally. Which is never a guarantee. I really want to make sure I get my room down because if it doesn't, that is really bad. Joshy's very likely to just build another room. I would expect him to take 4 sheep on the rebound, which is really bad. Because I would have expected Montu or Fiscus to step in and take a cookery. I don't know why I'm expecting anything if a minute before I'm saying I don't know what to expect. Seems bad. Montu thinking about playing the Hawk Tower. There it is. And only 1 round play it. So he's gonna be in stone and then build a stone room. Sure. Here's Fiscus improving. Clay supports. Okay, so that's pretty good news for me. So what does that mean? That means if I build here, 1 room, I don't think I might be able to... Well, yeah, I don't want joshy building. But he will get the 4 sheep. He's in great shape. It will mean I'm going to be getting some ox, but he's going to be getting some points. Ox for just getting a green. Montu going day labs. Oh, and he needs a stone room on round 12. I want to take reedstone food here, I think, if possible. If not, I should plow, probably. I don't think I want to pass baseboards to the shaving horse. That doesn't seem good. Next round I could take poor clay and play granary. Could play hand truck on a start player. Yeah, clay sports just doesn't fit in time when someone else has room, when 2 other people have room parts. So we'll see what Fiscus does here. That's so much stone. So much stone, and it's coming out around 7. Montu with a possible homekeeper arrangement. If he makes that pasture and plows this field, then that's a homekeeper eligible room. And then when he builds his hawk tower room, it won't matter that he's already like at 4 people with 4 rooms, because that room would still be able to carry. Okay, so Fiscus takes the 3 wood. I should take reedstone food, I think. Ahead of wood. Yeah, that's fine. I need start player and food. That's too bad. Montu's going to grow with the fire protection pond. Oh, I need to play Butler by round 11. Interesting. And it looks like Montu's going to run out pottery. Oh, he's just going to build a room. Sure. Yeah, so I guess I do SP Granary. It's not great if I'm spending all that wood, but... it's going to help a lot. So I will get to grow 3rd instead of 4th, which is a nice little thing. Josh, you taking clay. He's in such a good spot. Montu's going to run out pottery, I would have to assume here. I mean, he could plow or build a pasture. Or yeah, why not take day labs again? I mean, I think that makes me happy, because the more resources are in the game, the easier time I'll have like catching up. And with my point engine already in place, So I could take Reedstone Food. Yeah. Because I want to angle for the Stone Oven, I think. Jeez. I wish I had a Shaving Horse. Yeah, okay. And then Josh, you can Ock and get a point. Oh, 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 ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I have a ruling for this one. Okay. So, I've been making a revised edition compendium, and I'm actually going to check what it says here. If I play this now, I get a clay, I get a reed. I could play it for a reed and then buy BMW? I'll just play hand truck. Shifting cultivator. Come on, Google Docs. AU91. So I get a food from that. What does Shaving Horse say? I think he needs to have the food first because shifting cultivator each time and Shaving Horse is but let me check that. Yeah, that's what I wrote in the compendium. Okay, so I did it bad. I had not considered that Shaving Horse is possibly during an action, even though obtaining the wood is just part of the thing that happens. So joshy is right here, I believe. I want stone and clay. I also want wood. And I want food. Fun world. I guess I plow. But man, that's a big pile of reed, too. Sheesh. I don't know what to do anymore. I'm so lost. I could be getting 4 wood here. I just make sure I get this plow down. I could have built BMW. Joshy going for a room. Man, was shifting cultivator his first Ock? Jeez, I don't remember it. That could just be bad memory on my part. Montu now renovating with a well, sure. And now his fire protection hits. So my ideal round is stone, clay, stone oven. Next round. Which would give me 2 grain before the bake action. If that fails, I can go for food. And that plow feels a lot better if that's my focus. God, I hope I don't use private teacher for like 1 grain. That would be embarrassing. Let's see what Fiscus does here. 2 stone would be pretty bad for me. He's going to go fishing. Not really sure what Montu's food plan is, but I mean, there's plenty of stuff to do. Joshy looking ready to have 2 breeding pairs at some point. Joshy playing Clay Cellar. Very different than the original Clay Cellar. But he gets 2 clay now and kills a sheep while he's at it for a point. He's looking good. Montu could day labor. Of course, he could take 4 food. Oh, why worry? Just, take a bunch of stuff. Get a bunch of stuff. Do a bunch of things. Score a bunch of points. What kind of sucks is that I want to take 4 wood next round, but I don't think I can. Am I getting improvement? I think I can get like major minor as an action. That's what I'll have to go for now. Joshy not taking risks. He's just going to start player with pottery ceramics. So he pays clay to bake, or to get a grain before taking a bake action. Good for him. Montu could get the 4 wood here. He does need to renovate. He could definitely use that 5 food, let me tell you. Or does he? Not really. I mean, he could day labor, reno pottery, and be done with it. Yeah, because he's getting 2 right here. And then use his last move on 4 wood. No, he doesn't need 4 wood. So much to do. I am glad I have 2 fields right now. Oh, don't do that, Montu. Don't take major. Okay, so he's gonna make me take Reno? If I get 4 clay, I can just beat him to Reno, right? Yeah. Okay, sure. And then that means I'm trying to build a clay room later. Yeah. So I could take 5 food, or I could get 2 grain to bake, which I think is the right play. Yeah, Joshy's game looking really good. Montu's going to build a room. Okay. And then I could take 5 food. Joshy has a 6 food spot just by grabbing sheep. So Montu should probably just take the food if he needs it now. No sense building a room first as far as I can tell. He's going to get the action. I can't take it, or at least I'm not going to build a single stable. Very interesting stuff, this game. Okay. Yeah, it has to be this. Now my grain is rolling in. That one dies. I'll rearrange these really quick. Mark that up. Okay. So now the priority is wood, plow, take 5 clay and build a room, I guess? I mean, the room is super important for me with this mason. 5 rooms, 4 fields, and 3 pastures. Is that even possible? Yeah, this wood harvester doesn't seem very useful anymore. I should play the butler one of the next 2 rounds. Ugh. Joshy going with lettuce patch. Definitely a good card. Montu grabbing start. Not sure what I'll see from. Completed harvest is 3 now. Yeah, that don't work. Yeah, Montu needs to play a different miner. And Fiscus didn't read chat. Okay, value assets, that one's legal. Yeah. Plow, 3 wood, 5 clay. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the 5 clay is just too on point to not take. And I can SP baseboards later. If Plow's gone... Well, Monty's probably wanting to play knock here. I don't need to so bake this turn. I mean, I'm probably taking accumulation next round anyway. Yeah, because I do want to plow and I want to build a room. Oh, plow maker for Montu, that's pretty good. Oh, it was in my first pack, right. And then Joshy didn't take it because he had the shifting cultivator already. He took constable. Fiscus taking a cow? With a field? Sure. I'm gonna just do the field the normal way. And build a room, forcing Fiscus to start player. I'll take 6 wood. Unless Joshy takes 3 here, which he probably will and should. I think I probably still take 4 wood. Gosh, how did I let myself get wood starved? Montu going on day labor for like somewhere between the 8th and 10th time. I mean, really incredible. He needs to renovate next round. He needs to family growth, renovate, and something. Fiscus getting his so bake out of the way. He definitely needs it. Yeah, I just need this for the Mason later. Nobody else can sow bake on me as of yet. So I'll take 4 wood, then sow if I need to, otherwise another accumulation space. We'll see if fiscused cares about start player. I probably should, if fiscused declines to. I also need this 4 wood really badly. Fiscused playing rocky terrain so he can get stone when he plows. I'm very happy to see fiscused take start player. I need to watch out for anyone so baking, so if like Montu plows, that would be pretty bad. Well, I'm going. Okay. Montu's gonna plow. I'm gonna sow bake. That's just how it's gonna go. Oh no, Montu's gonna renovate with his non... Yeah, okay. I'm okay. Montu is probably taking food and renovating. Or plowing and renovating. Joshy breaking down. He's the one that breaks down first and takes the 6 reed. I wonder what Montu renovates with. He's already played 5 minors. I obviously plow so if I can. Next round. Family growth baseboards, not bad. Family growth straw thatched roof, also not bad. Oh, I guess I'm not playing Butler. So I'd have to do that this round. That's too bad. Joshy can. Monty going for it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to grab that 7 food. And I'm safe for 2 grain and a sow bake. I tried. I can't imagine Montu's too happy about that. Looks like the stream fell down, so I apologize about that. Internet, don't let me down. Reconnection successful. Stop stream, start stream. Hopefully the recording's not broken. Yeah, I get that you don't want to take 3 minutes on your turn, and I mean, if you have to cause a long turn, you just do. Uh, why do I have 11 food right now? I guess that's 4 plus 7. Okay, and then okay, so now my beer table is completely set up for the rest of the game. I do need to get more wood still. On the other hand, Joshy did lose a bunch of food by not by going renovate instead of whatever other priorities he had. So the stream broke again. I guess that means I don't keep streaming here. Something's up with the internet. Yeah. Sorry for anyone on stream. Okay. Yeah, sorry, William. Yeah, so this is a bit interesting. Joshy decided to mess with Montu's Reno ahead of making sure he's fed, I guess. He has resource recycler, so he just might be getting a bunch of rooms when we all renovate. Okay, and Joshy could just take wood, I guess, and not use the cultivator. Yeah, that seems to work okay. Family growth comes out. So I can take growth without room or 4 wood. Um, Man. Do I get 3 wood? Probably. That's tough. Joshy grabbing the cows, so I might get the 4 wood. Or the start player pay a grain for 4 wood. That seems okay. I believe... Yeah, I don't think you can hold 2 sheep, 2 pigs, and 2 cows. So there is still that worry about constable. I don't have to worry about the animals, which is a huge benefit. Montu did a plow. So I'm going to take 4 wood, I guess. And then start player if it's available, but don't expect it. I really just don't need to play baseboards. As I said at the end of no, that was some other thing. William, at the end of your stream, I mentioned how my pet peeve is people not keeping their animals specifically on the exact spaces, and this is another example of why people should. Because Joshy could not technically hold all those animal types. Montu's going to grab start player and play the sheep well for no food, but, you know, he gets the plow sow, which is pretty important right now. Fiscused will get the growth, and I could start player baseboards? Or start player at straw thatched. So the 3 stone is pretty important for me. Veg is gone. Because I need to play Mason and Stable Sergeant. Butler's dead. Yeah, let's just grab that right now. What does a perfect next round look like? Start player, veg, fences, other minor? Possibly, yeah. And then plow sow, ock. Food? Yeah. In the last round. Wow, my ox did not do much. Forest Guardian's given me 2 wood, 2 food. Private Teacher's given me 1 grain. I could also fence 15 covering 7 spaces and make 3 pastures if things go badly. Joshy's house is not in a great shape. if he's going to be getting clayrooms for 2 food. Montu needs to think about fencing. Yeah. $13. Okay, so he does need... What does he need? 2 more plow actions? I don't know if he's going to get them. Well, he will if I start player. Joshy playing the potato digger. What is this one? Oh, he immediately gets 3 veg. Nice. Okay. I need to focus to not mess up this end game. Montu going day labor. I mean, it does give him a bunch of resources to eat, but I don't know if that's the best move for him. I might have considered 4 fish and a reed, and then 6 clay alternatively. He will go Plowso here. Again, my plan is start player, veg, fence, reed on straw thatch roof. What's more efficient would be start player's straw thatch roof, reno baseboards, fence, veg. Veg fence? No, that's not efficient at all, but I think I can fence last round. So I will start player straw thatched roof and leave my wood action last. Right now I have 9 grain, but I'm going to end with 7 or less from using the beer table. I do actually need food. Oh, I'll have an 8th grain from Stable Sergeant, or from using Private Teacher. Montu gets his last plow in now if he wants. I was afraid for a sec just now that Montu had Braggart, but he has played Excavator and Water Worker, both of which I didn't see. So we are clear of a Braggart situation here. I need to take a veg here. Fiscused plows and gets a stone, yeah. Oh, but I'm baseboarding away a grain. Okay, whatever. I can't count anymore. Does the resource recycler pay me or the supply? Just the supply. You don't pay them. Joshy's gonna fence. Montu grabs a cow. Yeah, this stable sergeant is going to be absolutely huge. Fiscused building an improvement here. Must be a miner. Oh, he's passing newly plowed field to me. That's interesting. Oh, that's not a passing miner. I'm thinking of the G6 card. Okay. How much do I want Plauso? Because if I Mason Reno baseboards, then open fencing. That's a much easier last round. Even if I give up Plauso. To Montu? Because right now I have no other way to play baseboards. Yeah, I guess that has to be it. Nobody else can Reno right now. So I can grab the 5 food. Yeah, weird. So I'm going to play it somewhat safe. I have a pretty good amount of points already. I just need to make sure I don't get screwed on food. In the last round. Mason Stable Sergeant, 2 of my other actions, and then another food action. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. Hopefully I don't have to eat too much raw grain. Oh, he got a grain from Potter Ceramics. But he had to actually take the baked bread action to get it. Montu gets all of his animals in, and he's going to get that plow, so Fiscus can get the plow. Everybody's going to hit the constable, I think. Ugh. Possibly I didn't play this aggressively enough. Montu's at 42 already? Dang. I'm at 16. Oh well. Oh yeah, and if I do this way, my last action can be growth if I can afford it. Fiscus taking day labor. Not that it blocks him. Okay, so... Defeat 8 and use the beer table. Josh, you might just take the grain here. If he doesn't... Oh man. I need to get 2 ox next round. Maybe I didn't need to take 5 food fishing. Okay, thankfully Josh is taking a grain here, so I'll have it available for myself, most likely. There's the used beer. So I could super risk fences, or I can not super risk fences. Thank you, Montu. Let me not super risk fences. Yeah, this is gonna look suspicious AF, and that's okay. Montu got the plow, so Fiscus got the plow. I think my last action needs to be food. Yeah. Then Bake 2 and Mason in a perfect world. So Joshy could grow without room. He needs to renovate. I need to get my bacon. Yeah, stable sergeant's really good if you aren't trying to score with animals. You're just trying to get enough. Like, it's really good. Yeah, Sobake is much more valuable to me than grain Ock. Because the difference in Ock payment, 0 food to 2 food, is negligible if I can get the bacon. I just really didn't want to risk that. I couldn't play 2 Ocks here. So Montu's not going to Sobake. Fiscused very well could, actually. What else is he going to do? Yeah. Huh. Oh my god, the stream died again. One more time. There's the Sobake from Fiscused. So who's going to take the grain? Could be any of them. Who's going to take 3 food? Doesn't really matter. So there's my constable. Um, excuse me. I have 8 green now, so if I can get the 3 food, then I save like 2 points or something, 1 point. Pay 3 grain. Yeah, I end with 2 points on grain instead of 1. Yeah, Joshy did a very good job of awking when I had no actions left. So I'm going to have 15 plus what I have here. 55. Minus 2, 53. I mean, I don't know if it's good enough. Could very well be enough. Montu's at 51 right now. Okay. Okay. If I get my 3 food, it's 53, otherwise 52. I unfortunately can't get food on a family growth action, which is too bad. I actually kind of forced Joshy to take the family growth. Yeah. Can I feed my last person? Hell no, but Joshy don't know that. So he's gonna buy 2 clay and play Forest Lake Hut? Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. If I go to the chapel, does that do the trick? Probably not. Oh, Montu's getting points on resources. That's really good. That's really good. I better not get freaking third place with this game. So that puts me 2 grain down. I could do that instead of beer tabling, but this is 2 points, I think. This fake is gone. And Joshy can't use the chapel because that's his last grain. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't have to. That's too bad. And Montu getting those resource grabs is also too bad. Because so get rid of that. Harvest all, feed, +2, and +3 on a constable. Yeah, 53. Joshy's at 55, 58, 61. Montu's at 57. Jeez, I got third place. Feels bad. Feels real bad. Jeez. What a game by Joshy and Montu. Yikes. I don't know why my thing's all minimized. So what could I have done better? I mean, what could I have done better? I could have gotten Shaving Horse in the draft. All right. I'm not sitting well after this game, so I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for watching. I hope it was an entertaining game to watch. Amazing play by Montu and Joshy. Montu with missing the clay cellar hurt him a bit, but he's ahead of me right now. And Joshy breaking 60. So I'm 5 points off of second place with this kind of game. It's pretty disappointing. All right. Take care, everyone. Good night.